Hello everyone, Travis here. Back again with another photo review. This time I'm photo reviewing trying to learn from AlexAWG. Trying to learn from all the four high-ish or upper, whatever skill level, the four top Yoshis in North Carolina. Um, we're gonna start with Alex AWG or AlexAWG. So I apologize, just got off work. Um, Through watching my previous photo reviews, I think I realized my pacing was a little slow, so I'm gonna try to extrapolate a little bit faster with less spaces in between. But we'll see how I do. But with that in mind, let's just get straight into it. Let me slow down the video still. Each North Carolina Yoshi is going to get a learning from episode and a me giving advice. So I'll be a bit learning from, trying to absorb information from them in the first video, and then I'm going to make a video being a bit more critical, naming what I think they can maybe do a little bit better to maybe help them if they ever come across that video to help them improve. Um, but AlexAWG, probably the Yoshi I'm the least familiar with in North Carolina. Um, the only Yoshi I have actually never played before. But he did pretty well because he won this set and making him go into losers semis, which is getting fourth at worst, and he's the 13th seed. He's supposed to be the fourth best Yoshi in North Carolina, but from this out of region tournament, I don't know how stacked this tournament is. I don't know how I would do at this tournament or anything. I genuinely have no idea. But pretty impressive showing from whenever this tournament was. Starting with stage control right off the bat, I did just photo review Yoshi Dora, so I have at least a vague guideline of how to play Yoshi. Starting with back air, it seems most Yoshis love back air as his primary tool in neutral, with a lot of jump drifts to kind of play around it. Right here is doing a little reactionary jump, spacing a forward air. Yeah, but kind of just going back and forth between drifting away from the opponent, doing like little empty hops, and then doing like a spaced aerial. Hits the back air, misses the second one. It almost seems like he maybe didn't expect it to hit. It didn't seem like he was quite ready to combo off of it, but able to use F tilt. Yoshi's F tilt is a great tool for kind of intercepting a lot of opponents for trying to hit them. Connects that up there and tries hitting another one. I know that has some weaknesses because it could be air dodged through, and it looks like it can even be double jumped out of. Doesn't get reversaled, thankfully. But it does seem like F tilt up tilt up air is the main combo tree from Yoshi. Game Watch is gonna up B, just a little empty hop. Probably gonna bait Game Watch to land a bit closer to the corner. Once again, using a spaced aerial. He's gonna sees that it misses, so uses shield. Good shield discipline, going for an egg lay out of shield. That was very creative. That seems like a strong out of shield option um against a lot of like post shield pressure. Going for a egg lay out of shield might be stronger than trying to like retaliate out of shield in a more direct way. Doesn't quite hit here, but I respect the option. Is able to shield just in time. This should be a neutral air. Interesting. I assume this is a misinput, but that's a bit uncharacteristic. Uh, Gets punished for us, whatever. A bit like, was that an instant double jump? I've never seen that inputted accidentally before. Uh, Gets upbeat. Dashes in. The dash in kind of baits the snare, and then the jump hack almost puts him in position to punish it. Unfortunately, Game Watch's neutral air is just a little too big. Weird little situation, but jumps out. Tries hitting kind of basically a similar process to like a top player jumping behind someone doing a cross up back air. Just didn't react. I will say, no. I'm not supposed to give advice. Does get punished for it though. Nair up air, up air. All right. So what does he do to land? He's just drifting. That's fair. Honestly, low key, just Because people will expect highish level players to drift one way, then drift the other in kind of a C shape. Sometimes a strong mix up is just going straight. Just going straight and then going to the corner. He does go for the neutral B, which seems strong with Yoshi. Um, to so a little B reverse right before landing. That seems like a strong option. This should be a neutral air. Yep. Goes for the egg. Good aim to, like, not at the usual distance that Yoshi usually does it in, but still able to aim it correctly towards the ledge. Goes for a flop, maybe expecting like a jump or something. Oh, I like that. The uh, B reverse egg. Oh, this image. Ugh. Anyway, the B reverse egg lay out of full hop, I think, is a bit positively influenced by being so high up in the air. It gives you a bit more wiggle room to throw in a mix up like that upon landing. It really helps. It's like a really strong layer two to a lot of Yoshi's general landing aerials. Um, Goes for neutral air, up tilt. Game Watch does have that up B out of egg. That seems like a strong option for Game & Watch. So I think Yoshi should be cognizant of it. Maybe he might be cognizant of it now. Now the card has been shown. He probably thought to himself, "Oh yeah, that's the thing. Going to try to challenge Game & Watch. If Game & Watch were to try to challenge Yoshi while landing, like if he were to advance forward, he would advance into the forward air. But that it seems like it was a bit miscalculated. But I see why he did it. Yoshi seems to be a bit better at being able to retaliate and disadvantage than some other characters, just because his aerials are so meaty and his air drift is so strong. We saw the Yoshidora that up air is Yoshi's best way to cancel hit stun. Tries doing the forwarder again. Does seem like jump in aerial is his main default, so I know I'm not supposed to give too much advice yet, but I will say it seems like the Game Watch is catching on a little bit with jump in aerial. Any kind of with Yoshi against Yoshi, if you're not cornered, any kind of dash back into reversal option um, is generally going to be very strong, especially if it's preemptive. Fighting against Yoshi and having experience fighting against Yoshi myself, I find him to be a little deceptively hard to whiff punish. You kind of do have to do it a bit proactively. Instead of trying to target the end lag, you have to kind of like initiate your punish move. So the dashback F smash makes sense. And that's actually going to kill. Game Watch is going to get the first stock. Don't worry, I do have confirmation. AlexAWG wins this game. Try to say it again. Out of the respawn platform, it seems like Yoshi's air drift is like just Yoshi. The fact that Yoshi has better air drift than any other character in the game is probably going to positively influence his burst bubble upon the respawn platform. Ooh, good reaction there. Gets that. Gets the this. Is that gonna kill? No, not yet. Tries to snipe with the egg. He's gonna land. He's gonna try to land on top of him with forward air. Maybe kind of akin to how Spargo will like use landing back airs, forward airs to catch landings rather than the traditional up air juggles. That makes sense, but seems like barely missed space and gonna get punished. Game Watch combo. Yep. Good drift, not doing a panic option. I love that. Goes for the egg lay, very deceptive. Gonna give him an opening. Yoshi doesn't care much about Chef. Tries to punish, but barely misspaces again. A bit unfortunate, just quite not overshooting quite enough in some situations. Either that or this Game Watch is spacing very well around Yoshi's potential burst bubble. But I don't know if this was a direct punish. Otherwise, he probably would have done something other than Chef. So I kind of, in this instance, I lean towards it being a bit unlucky because I don't. If he was trying to microspace around Yoshi's burst bubble, I think Chef wouldn't be the answer. Hits the footer this time. There should be an up. Oh no, a little too high for such a light character. Yeah, jump in aerial definitely seems to be the default, but that makes sense for Yoshi. Yoshi does love his jump in aerials. Good. He has a good awareness afterwards, doing a defensive option and being able to up air the attack out of hit stun that the Game Watch does. Game Watch falls pretty slowly, so you have a increased time to be able to hit him. I like some of the shields that Alex does. Um, just like a lot of like the even just doing an empty hop into a shield is very strong. And he has good awareness on shielding at post doing certain options. Shielding is generally positively I say positively influenced a lot, but doing a aggressive option into shielding afterwards, generally the shield is going to be buffed by the thing you do prior to shielding. Almost tries doing the Pikachu T-Jolt approach, just barely doesn't get it. Which is gonna down air backward. You're gonna reset neutral, low drift back jump. It seems like his like main attack method is jump in aerial, and his like little like feint option is to just do a jump like an empty hop slightly backwards. I think those two do mesh with each other pretty well. And then occasionally he'll pop in with a B reverse egg lay out of something to mix it up. That seems to be the main thing. See, there's a jump in aerial again, shielding afterwards, and then being able to jump out of shield to replay the situation. An empty hop to kind of play around the opponent, or just to kind of to observe the opponent playing around the jump back air range. But once again, going to go into the back air again. But gonna because he's able to shield so quickly afterwards. Good overshoot. So that was actually very strong. I think Alex's specialty might be his post shield pressure awareness. Instead of trying to directly punish the opponent in situations where you can't, he's very good at knowing when and you can and cannot directly punish someone. And when you can't directly punish someone, he does something very strong. Dash back is a very common option, or roll back or whatever. I forgot exactly what the Game Watch did. Maybe I can find out. Um, but some kind of retreat is a common option. It was a dash back, but a retreat's common after hitting a shield with something that is safe. And the fact that Alex has good awareness to make an overshoot here, post getting most people, I even see top level players with a bad retaliation have it out of shield. But a more advanced option is assuming that your opponent's going to do something defensive after hitting your shield. And if you have I don't know if this was like data calculated throughout the set so far. I actually don't know if this situation happened too much, so it might have just been a guess. Um, but dashback is common, so an understandable guess. But if you could do it off of information gathered, then even better. But knowing what your opponent likes to do post hitting your shield, and then being able to counteract that. Some characters will full hop, shield, roll, dash, spot dodge. There's ways to counteract each one, and I'm happy that Alex has much because compare in comparison to the to Alex's skill level, the ability to have uh good awareness of what to do after getting your shield pressured is not common amongst his skill level. Even amongst like the entirety of like not like super like upper high level, like that is an uncommon skill to have. So Alex, if you stumble across this, I think that is a strong trait of yours that you I think I'm rambling too much. So let's just go on back to the match. But I think it's impressive and I rarely see that. Honestly, I'll even say the other three Yoshis in North Carolina do not have this trait. No offense, Chococroc. So very strong, very weird little situation there. I'm gonna ignore that. Tries naring it, but gets up B just in time. I'm gonna nair on the way down. Once again, going with the jump in aerial, roll backwards. So good little mix of options to do post whiffing the aerial. Um, good little micro spacing around the chef. Goes for the down air. That's the first time he's gone for it this set. That does seem like a decent option against Chef, and it kind of like I'm still kind of iffy on it. I think this strategy might be like I think I saw in the Yoshidora set, in my opinion, that you could probably react to the down air. but you probably have to have the awareness that you can probably. I still need to lab it. I haven't labbed it as of this video yet. I'm sorry. I haven't been able to touch Smash yet. But I assume you can trade with Yoshi down air with something. But if the opponent doesn't know that, it's shield pokes. And it's like kind of weird to play around because he can mix up the drift, so it's hard to run away from. Um, so honestly, you're only beating this if you have the awareness that you can like do a rising aerial with your character on reaction to it. And most people don't know that because most people don't study the game like that. So honestly, the gameplay that Alex has been portraying this entire set, this down air effectively, the way the opponent would play around that, the down air is kind of like the layer 3, if that makes sense. Gets it. Maybe that dash right might have been a misjudgment on where he's going to end up. Gets a tech, reacts, dash attacks. Probably going to go for the forward air. Makes sense. The reward was good. Able to neutral air. Probably going to forward air again. He's very swingy, I will say. Goes for the egg. Able to shield just in time. Able to grab that. Tether grab privilege. Oh, okay. Now, I will say, no, I'm sorry, Alex, if you're watching this. I'm not a fan of grab release with Yoshi. No offense, Alex. I mean this in the nicest way possible. I respect you as a player, okay? I don't want you to take this too personally. But anytime I see Yoshi do grab release, I judge them and if it works, the opponent a little bit. I think maybe it can work if the opponent's expecting a throw and prepping their DI and decision making for it, and the Yoshi's just like, actually, I'm gonna grab release, you're not gonna expect it. But ugh, I hate that. For reference, you can just shield afterwards and Yoshi can't regrab. I guess there's kind of mix-ups on what you can do afterwards, but you're basically just playing a scramble scenario at that point. It should be 0-0 on both players upon the grab release. But jab does make sense post grab release. I don't know. I think an F throw would have accomplished the same. It's okay. Goes for that. Funny enough, that would have hit if he predicted the double jump aerial. If that nair just happened to interact a little bit differently, that forwarder would have hit and spiked and killed. So I guess I can't be too mad at it. Tries to wall aerial while landing. Unfortunately, the aerial comes out a little too late, but able to pop a shield before dash attacking. Misjudges the distance on the cross up. That could have just been nared, but I think he misjudged how far Game Watch would go behind him. Down tilt, that's good. We saw Yoshidora covering himself with down tilt a lot. It's going to shield the bomb. I like that little drift back into a drift in forward air. Goes for it again, but going to get upbeat this time. Up air. Up air. Uh-oh. It's okay. Just mix up your drift. Going to ledge is a valid option. Probably going to up egg. Yep, egg right before. Oh, okay. Maybe it was deceptive. It might have been like, I'm going to grab ledge. Just kidding. And then people may play around him grabbing ledge, set up a ledge trap, but then he gets a little sneaky double jump. Unfortunately, Game Watch chose the ledge trapping strategy that didn't really matter in the grand scheme of things. But if someone's an aggressive ledge trapper, you can maybe try to bait an egg throw to the ledge, and then do Yoshi's double jump to armor through whatever ledge trapping they're prepping to do, and then reversal them or get to a safe or stronger position and skip the ledge trap, or catch the opponent off guard, whatever. That might have been what this was. But on reaction to the chef is just gonna get back on the stage, force the air dodge, it's okay. Double jump from ledge, gets forwarded. I'm actually a little surprised I broke the armor, but he is at very high percent, actually. I'm not surprised anymore. It makes sense. I will say if you see a Game Watch forward air, you probably don't want to double jump. But again, we're supposed to be learning from Alex. Going for the reverse double jump. This is going to allow Yoshi to have a different set of options to pressure with. Tries going for the forward air, but gets Game Watch upbeat. That was very bizarre. Sneaky air dodge, though. I love that air dodge. Very sneaky. Uh-oh. Gets the up tilt into up air. Goes for egg. I like the micro spacing around. I guess I can't call it micro spacing because it was actually spaced a little too far back. But I like the intent to drift around the Game Watch down air and then hit him on the way down. Unfortunately, just barely not able to hit it. But that sounds hard to hit consistently. I like the intent to go for it. I think you could have up aired that. I'm not entirely sure. I think you could have reacted to that. avoided the bomb by going to the left and got a free up air. They weren't just going for a bunch of bombs. Hits the second one. Egg. Into egg. Double jump. Grab ledge. Oh my god, dude. This is like troll gameplay from the Game Watch right now. This is like low-key kind of trolling. Oh my god. Oh, that was scary. Oh, is that a kill? Could you have up aired that? Game Watch was low profiling a little bit, so I don't know. What? Okay. Well, little Smash 4 interaction. Of course, we're gonna get the forward airs again. Very intelligent gameplay going on right now. It's okay, we all make mistakes. It's the egg. Unfortunately, that bucket thing. Oh, whoa, that scared me. I thought you were about to not grab ledge there. Oh, I like the reverse double jump. That it seems very strong at kind of doing a curve to avoid things. Guy tries getting the back air, gets F tilted. Oh, and now it's even. Oh, never mind. Oh, there it is. Yep. Beautiful frame trap. Again, Yoshi's range upon respawning is very deceptive just because he is such a fast air character. He can go from like the up there on the respawn where Game Watch is right now to the almost like to the left or right side of the platform. I wish my character could do that without monkey flip. Shielding in the corner, trying to be safe. It makes sense that Game Watch is going to go for neutral right now because Yoshi loves jumping. So going for their neutral air to counteract jumps, which is what Game Watch's neutral air is almost designed to do, makes sense. But going to get reversal nared, F tilt. Tries getting the F up tilt, but the Game Watch is just a little too far away. Gets the air dodge. Goes for the down air. Okay. Okay, that seems like a strong way to. This is probably guaranteed. I don't know if the reward is I almost kind of want to critique the reward on it. Because I think on some edge guards where it might be worth it, but I do want to critique I don't know, it puts Game Watch above you. I'm pretty sure I don't know if you can come off of it from that position. I don't know how it gets damage, but I don't know if it gets a lot more than damage, and it might even worsen your ability to ledge trap because now Game Watch is able to get to up to stage a little bit quicker. You could have maybe even upbeat from here, and you would have had a. But it does seem guaranteed. That down air seems like a very guaranteed way to hit that two frame, whereas anything else you do to two frame would honestly be hard to hit. Game Watch is very two frameable though. We're just gonna be a little passive. Go to ledge, shield, and you're gonna jump back. I love that. The egg lay out of shield seems very strong. I love the egg lays out of shield in particular. I like that you put yourself in a distance where you can't get upbeat. Goes for the grab here. Doesn't hit. Ooh. I hope I don't see more bomb bot gameplay. The Game Watch might have air dodge to the right. Oh, the down tilt's good because it low profiles you as well. I like that. I like the idea. You tried swinging because you knew Game Watch was going to get off the platform. You were a little early, but you tried swinging where he was going to be. Gets the up tilt. That was kind of funny, but that was a good up tilt. Gets a down tilt. Oh, this might be it. Oh, never mind. Didn't get the spike hitbox. Trying to get the egg two frame. I understand. Actually, that's kind of cool. You have to preemptively set it up, so you have to start going for it when your opponent's you have to kind of predict the timing a little bit and go for it preemptively. But you can go for that egg throw and then be able to you can combine it with the forward air to kind of extend. I don't know how. I'm kind of curious actually. Let me look and see when what am I looking at? Oh, the egg explosion. It explodes on frame 60, so you have to predict it by a second. But oh, that's kind of sad. I do not know how long the hitbox of the egg explosion lingers, unless it does just explode on frame, like it's just active for one frame upon exploding. I don't know. That's kind of sad though. I thought it would like linger for a few frames at least. But I guess nonetheless, I mean, ultimate frame data could be a little weird sometimes. Maybe I'll look it up and do research myself. But you can combine it with the forward air to basically increase the linger. Like you're basically doing two frames instead of just one. And then trying to do a preemptive nair, going back to roll, which is good. Going to allow you to attempt to hit, but unfortunately the forward air does seems not to work. Unfortunately, again, we're just going to up B. Understandable going for the walling up tilt around a roll distance from the opponent. Oh, I like that empty hop. The empty hop into a tomahawk up tilt. Tomahawk up tilt sounds like a beautiful option for Yoshi, especially if your opponent's at kill percent like this. If your opponent tries to go in at all, they'll just get hit by the up tilt. I actually really like that. How doing up tilt after like a lot of deceptive situations like that seems really strong. So when I play Yoshi, I'm gonna be sure to steal that. So I guess to recap, I would say your strengths is your post shield sequences, or post like if someone hits your shield, or honestly your sequences after whiffing aerials is strong. Now I will say, and I mean this nicely if you're watching, I know this isn't the critique episode. It does seem like jump in aerial is like your best friend. You love jump in aerial. You'll do an occasional jump in down air, egg lay, or like just an empty hop to kind of like play around it. But you do seem like you're receiving through the teeth a little bit for jump in back air or jump in forward air. But your options you choose after whiffing the move is very strong. And if you happen to shield and someone hits your shield, but it's like something you can't directly punish, your awareness and um, your ability to attempt to punish what they do after, instead of directly trying to punish them when they hit your shield with something safe, your ability to punish what they do after is really strong and like borderline like something that like that's like a top level thing almost. I know like the concept itself is not complicated enough that it's a top level only thing, but low key I fight like PR players and they'll retaliate out of shield like a fucking elite smash player. I watched Matsunabe against Yoshidora yesterday, and he had bad shield discipline, and he's a super high level player. So you are already 5 steps ahead of most players at your skill level or our skill level because we're not far apart. I don't even know if we are, but I don't know your skill level that well, but presumably we're around a similar skill level. Your your shield discipline is that among like um it is like 5 layers above. So congratulations on having a strong fundamental understanding of overlooked part of the game. Um you seem to have a decent sense of your combos, I think. I think it was just unfortunate the Game Watch didn't seem to let. I don't have a good concept of your combo game at the moment because it didn't seem like the Game Watch really let you hit a lot of your like big combos. I think there's like one. No, I'm not supposed to critique yet. So, um, good, some good egg lays. I think egg lay out of shield is a very strong option. That I will. I wonder if I could replicate it with Diddy by like doing a backflip out of shield into a tomahawk monkey flip. I might steal that with my fucking Diddy Kong. Um, I like the idea to fake grabbing ledge and then do a double jump was very strong. Um, and so on. I will be watching your Yoshi again in the future, and when I do, it will most likely be with the intent of giving you advice. Hopefully, you're okay with that. But I hope that this was insightful. I learned a few things that I can apply to my Yoshi from watching this, because I'm trying to learn Yoshi. So thank you for existing, and thank you for anyone who watched. I hope you guys have a wonderful night, and hopefully the pacing was a little bit better. Oh yeah, yeah. There's like 15 less minutes than my normal, so already better. And I did like a monologue at the end, so hopefully I'll try to make more of my VOD reviews at this speed. And but let me know if y'all have any criticisms.